Hi everybody and welcome back. We're here again. It's been a while, but it's time for the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. I think we might have taken too long of a break. I am so out of it. Like I need structure in my life. It's not good if I don't have it. I lose my train of thought. I don't even know what day it is.
It's Friday.
But we're here. We're recording on a Friday. I believe you, but you have to tell me. I am putting my trust in you that it is Friday. That's the kind of shit that's going on right now for me. Folks, hello. Yes, it's me, John. We're here. And I am joined by Rose, who you had just heard previously.
Hi. I'm here.
You are. And I'm also joined by Maverick, who you haven't heard yet this episode, but you will right now.
Right now.
Oh, okay. I was a little behind, but that's okay.
No, I mixed you up, crossed you up. The smell of the game, folks.
Guilty gear.
Fucking wish I had it so bad.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Just, oh my god. I'm really excited for the fact that, like, in the lead up of things that are coming out, like, it's cool that fighting games are no longer under the thumb of Street Fighter and Tekken and whatnot. And all because of rollback netcode accessibility.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it takes. That's all it would have took.
Yeah. You know, just 1 year where you can't actually meet up with people, and suddenly it's like, damn, I guess I gotta get ready into just a whole bunch of other stuff that I wouldn't have imagined. Anime fighters are back, and it's glorious, really.
You know, did they ever really go anywhere? Like, whoa, there they are. Because, you know, like, what's it called? Cross Tag was really big, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know anything.
I mean, it's
relatively.
I definitely have, like, a limited perception on it all, but it's like, you know, the main joke, and the main joke is always, you know, which fighters go in the bathroom to get their tourneys set up.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And now it looks like the bathrooms are getting brought to the main stage.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a horrible way to put it, but I suppose it's true. That's the smell of the game.
The smell of the game is just a little bit funky, but you know, you make do with it.
It's good. Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Strive yet. You know, I don't know, maybe sometime. But Rose, you've been playing quite a bit of it. Do you want to talk about some Strive?
Oh,
How have you been feeling?
Sure. So I've only played a little bit of Exerd in the past. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. I don't know how anything's pronounced. But,
I think it is pronounced Exard.
Exard. Oh, just like it's Ramlethal.
Exard.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing Strive on the PC, since my PC's strong enough to run it, I guess. And I've been having a pretty good time. I think I've said in the past I'm anxious about fighting games, but I'm trying really hard to, push past it and have some fun. I've pretty much
It's wild to me because you have no problem with like Apex and like other stuff.
So
what is it? What is it exactly?
So I think it's the 1v1. That's what I think it is. I think if it's a group setting, I think that I can personally like detach myself and be like, oh, well, there's so many people here doing it. But if it's 1v1, I'm like, I am ruining this specific person's day, you know? Like, in games like Halo or whatever, everyone is trying to ruin each other's day. And I know you can apply that to fighting games, but it's the 1v1, it's the intimacy of it, I think.
I love that you are so down on yourself, but you are still so confident that you're like, I will beat this person's fucking ass, and I don't want to do that.
I don't want to.
I know for a fact I'm gonna whip their ass so bad they're gonna quit this game. That's what you're saying. You're like, oh, my gamer power will rend the heart of this person from their body. I can't do this. I must.
I mean, if you saw me playing Apex or Halo, like, listen, I like the one time I played Halo with Wheels, I think I put like the fear of God in him or something, because like I just walked around and got like 30 kills in the first game we played or whatever.
They're different kind of games, though. I'm not trying to say it. Listen, I'm not trying to say that you are absolutely going to be god awful at fighting games. I'm just saying it's very funny that you're. It's just very funny that you were walking into this game like and without like knowing anything about it, you're just like, I'm gonna fucking wreck everybody. I must contain my power.
It's only half that, really. I mean, it's mostly that actually, but I don't know. I think what I've actually come down to is I think it's an older sibling thing. I had multiple siblings, and whenever I would play games with them and had to be like, oh no, I failed the Mario Party minigame and now you're doing better. You know, that type of thing.
Too much, too kind. You gotta stamp on that shit early.
I know I have to be evil. I can't do it. It's so hard.
You have to instill the superiority complex early on. I say this as a middle brother, and what you get out of it is people that are able to recognize, like, do I follow this path or do I do my own thing? And that, it's always good when you see the siblings do their own thing. I don't know. I'm feeling very prideful of the fact that my sister just graduated, but
yeah.
Outside of that, like, how have you been graduating through the floors in Strive?
Okay, not great. I'm gonna be real with you, but I don't know why. Is the thing. Right away, this is like I've played Skullgirls. That's pretty much it. Okay, that is my fighting game experiences. I've played Skullgirls. I've played don't even remember some other games.
You said a little Exard. Yeah, you played
Exard. Yeah, and Melty Blood. I've played Melty Blood with y'all before. But yeah, nothing crazy. Skullgirls I did go a little crazy on, but I fell off once DLC characters started coming in, I think. But yeah, so this is my first real fighting game, I would say, that I'm trying to go all in on. For some reason, it put me on floor 7, right from the get-go. And, like, I'm someone who barely knows how to do, like, I couldn't do a dragon punch when they told me to do that. So I was like, why did you do this to me? Instantly went in, got, like, the shit kicked out of me by people who, like, cause again, I didn't know how to play the game. I questioned this cause most of the game is pretty good about its tutorials and stuff. But I think that placement is whack, because I got higher than my friends who actually played Guilty Gear. I was like, okay, don't know why I did that. But yeah, got knocked down to 6, and then I got knocked down to 5. Pretty instantly went back up to 6. But then haven't gone up despite getting a lot of wins, and I'm unclear about like how you go up, really, because of that. I had like a 20 something win streak at one point. Which I think like I attributed to the fact that I'm playing as Ram and I'm not shooting the swords out all the time. And everyone's like prepping themselves for me to launch out the swords. And instead I'm just like hanging out doing punches and stuff. And they don't know what to do. But yeah, I'm unclear about what makes you like go up a rank or a floor or something. Cause I haven't yet. I did like the first time, but it's been it's been a week. It's been a week since then. I don't know what happened. But it's fun, you know, like I said, the tutorial stuff in that game is really, really good. I think it could be better, but at the same time, like, that's a lot of work for them to do, I think, to, you know, create like a custom, like, here's this scenario where you're matched up against this person and you have to do this specifically. They do a good job of like generalizing it enough that you can like, you know, develop that in your mind how it might work against another character, I think. But some of the tutorials are like for really weird stuff that's just like, I think like very early on, they block you off from some, I'd say crucial tutorials if you're completely new to fighting games. Like, hey, here's how you do an overhead and then like whatever, like an overhead combo or something like that as an example. Like that is after they make you do like an insane combo where you do it in like, I think like 3 seconds, you do like 5 attacks and then your ult or whatever, your overdrive. And that just was like that. I was stuck on that one for so long just because your inputs have to be so fast. So like getting like gated by that before I wanted to go do the one where it's like, here's how you air dash attack basically was kind of weird. I mean, you can do it in any order, but you're kind of encouraged to do it like sequentially. But it's good. I'd say the only problem, again, the netcode's great. Netcode's great, like you said. Like I played with, I think the only time I had a rough time was I had a friend who knew that she had bad internet and we played together. Mm. And even then it was still playable. It was nowhere near as bad as even like, I'd say like default Skullgirls could be. So yeah, like most games, it's like, I'd say like really smooth, really, really smooth. The part that isn't smooth that you've probably heard about though is it takes like 5 total minutes to connect to the online in that game.
Yeah, it is so like incredible to see. Like I'm thinking about between this and Chivalry, the like setup of, you know, the game's good when you get into it, but the issue of getting into the game is a obstacle all its own.
It's really weird.
It's nuts.
It's really, really weird. There's like no way to avoid it. Like, and I think that's part of the reason why, honestly, like, I'm a very patient person, I think, with games. Like, I play JRPGs for Christ's sake, but like,
yep.
There's something about like wanting to go, like, just wanting to be like, oh, you know what? How about like before I go make dinner or something, I'll do a couple Guilty Gear rounds. And it's like, oh, never mind. It takes 5 minutes to even get started. Like, it's very discouraging, I think. And I would love them to fix it. They keep claiming they fixed it, but they haven't yet.
Yeah, there's no reason for it to be like that, you know? And there's other like ass backwards portions of it. Like, I know that like not only is the there are problems with the connecting to the service when you start the game up, but it sounds like it's peer-to-peer to, like, get into lobbies, and then once you're in the lobby, like, once you're actually in a match, then it becomes rollback, and that's just, like, insane to me. Like, I don't know, the whole thing is just very odd.
The whole thing is really weird. There's the weird fishing gotcha, too. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, like, it's alright, but I think, like, it's weird for them to be, like, we made like 8 colors for every avatar item, and you're more likely to get that before you get music or something like that actually matters. Like, I've gotten some cool avatar clothes, but you know, I'd rather get like palettes or something. But yeah, music's great. Visuals are great as always, of course. That's kind of their thing.
I mean, Daisuke did want to release a game along with his new album. So.
It's a very good album. I really like...
Favorite track so far?
Yeah.
What?
Favorite track so far?
Everyone likes Maze, and I'm fine with Maze. That's one that kind of sounds like a Paramore song.
Yeah. That is one where it's like, I've been hearing a lot of hate for Maze song apparently, but I can also envision the kind of person that would hate a Paramore song, and I don't associate with them.
Yeah, no, me either. I think most of the people I know really liked it. I really like Milia's. That one rules. I obviously like Rams, but I might just be, you know, Stockholm syndromed into liking it. I don't know if that's the general opinion. I just think it's really funny when it goes right and wrong are not for sure and stuff like that. Like, it's just really good. Soul Bad Guys theme is great. I think I like that one, but again, Stockholm Syndrome from tutorial mode where they play it a million times.
It's funky. I like the idea of like Soul Bad Guy showing up to like the line dance and he's ready to fucking go. Because that's what it feels like. It's like a poppier Nickelback song.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Like it is so weird seeing like all these songs have an immediate analog that I can go to. And it's so weird to see that pop up where it's like, you know, one of it's either Milia's or Rams. It's definitely more of like a Nightwish kind of joint, and that's kind of funny to see pop up. But no, it rocks. I never tired of the fact that this dude not only is a game designer, but also like, I'm gonna make music for my game and do it specifically in the style of like pseudo metal.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any that I really like. Didn't like. I think Eno's isn't great. And I do like Potemkin's, which is just Society. It's called, which is very Joker. Yeah, I like most of them. I think dealing with most of the characters is totally fine. I haven't had any like. I think when I played Skullgirls, Big Band really stood out to me as a character I really didn't like fighting. And Potemkin should theoretically be in that mold, but I don't really have much of a problem with him. Probably just because Ram has range.
I mean, Big Band is just I mean, Big Band is like, he's not a grappler. He's a heavy,
Yeah,
but
I guess
he's not a
that's true.
grappler, you know, like, yeah, like Cerebella was the grappler.
I couldn't deal with Big Band for whatever reason. It was just like, if you ran into a good Big Band, I just couldn't do it. But I've like run into some good Potemkins, and I've not won, let's say, but I have not felt like I've been crushed. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't feel like I got like annihilated. I felt like there were some good trades. Yeah. Yeah,
You're learning.
I think that's been my biggest hurdle, honestly, is that I don't find the AI fighting in that game to be very teaching. If you don't, like, I fight AI Giovanna and I crush it, but then I fight a Giovanna online and they're doing completely different moves, you know, like stuff like that. Like, they're chaining things together.
I mean, that's kind of how it's supposed to be. I'll be honest.
That's how it's supposed to be. No, I know. But what I'm saying is, my main hurdle right now isn't learning what RAM does. It's just like letting myself learn all these people who I have never seen in my fucking life, basically. Like, and that's just something I gotta figure out.
Yeah. I mean, I think something that might help your anxiety is just think about fighting games less as, because, okay, you are not going to a tournament. It's competitive, but treat it more like you are in a learning environment. Treat it like you are learning and they are learning.
That's
from
how
you,
I'm trying to do it.
I think that, because that is what this is. Like, it's casual matches to try to learn different things from each other, and you know, if they're able to learn a little bit more about like rams that play up close instead of throwing their swords out, that's good for them, you know, and then you learn something from them.
Yeah, I'm trying
to. That helps out.
I think I'm just like anxious in general because like I go on Twitter and I see all the fighting game memes and they're like, oh my god, look at this replay, look at their inputs, and I'm like, I don't want to think about someone looking at my inputs. I don't want them to know that I rotated the entire stick around 8 times because I fucked up. But yeah, I'm working through it. I'm playing a bunch. Like I said, I'm playing a bunch. 24 win streak, I think was what it was. That was good. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the May memes because I haven't run into I've run into 2 Mays total.
That's because they're all higher up on the thing because it's easy.
That makes sense because they're twisted. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. I've just basically a lot of Giovanna. I've seen Giovanna more than anyone else. Which makes sense. I know she's new. A lot of Nagoriyuki as well. Again, makes sense. He's new. And also they're both really cool. Don't get me wrong. They're both like, of course you want to play the cool samurai vampire dude and the girl who has a dog. But, I've been debating whether or not to try more characters just to like mix it up more, learn more on my own. But it's really hard to not play as Ram because I really like Ram. I like having swords.
If that's the case, then hey, that is your character for the game, and like there are people who will just buy a full price game for the one character that they know they're going to spend their entire like duration of the game with, and there's no shame in that.
But yeah, it's a good game. Recommend it. I think the only thing it's missing right now is besides more characters, obviously, which people want, but crossplay should have it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel bad when I have a friend who's like, "Oh, let's play." And like, you're on the PS4. I'm sorry, I'm not on the PS4 for once.
Damn, Maverick, you want to tell us about something you've been up to?
Yeah, sure. So I feel like subconsciously, now that I'm looking at the stuff that I've gone through, in the absence of having Strive and getting to like mess around with that, I've gravitated towards games where I can just hit buttons and like get a similar feel. And one of these games, which also has just been great to figure out on its own, is Tales of Berseria. I've had it on my library for a bit, and I think overall I am cooling a bit on wanting to get through more trails until I like have security in my life again. I feel
that.
Like it's one thing to keep track of a bunch of dipshits in a fictional country. It's another thing to keep track of my own security in a lot of means, and I feel like the former helps me to better take care of the other. Berseria, though, I got a partial understanding of Berserk. I got a partial understanding of I love found family narratives. Like, fucking give that to me. serve it up in a plate, and I'm good to go. Berseria has been a lot of fun, and it's been great to see a game. We talked about this a bit on the in the Discord, and yeah, it's a game that very much is focused on just being like. I want to cycle my thoughts real quick. It is very apparent that the humor around like, oh, all JRPGs have a penchant against God, and like it's pretty funny when you think about it. And yeah, like a lot of role-playing games do ultimately focus on a sequence of events that lead you to having to fight a higher being or a higher deity. The ones that I find more appealing, and I think Tales has had a lot of this now that I think about it, is being able to say, it's not just the overall entity, but it's like we can personify this, we can give this a character, a form, we can give reasoning to, and give you a perspective to glean from that also makes you say, okay, well, fuck this guy in particular. Fuck this person specifically because they are representative of this whole setup. And Artorias is a piece of shit, and I am just waiting to combo him. I want to combo him so bad. I want to...
You'll get your chance.
Sucks.
You'll get your chance.
Oh my god. You just... fucking hunk Griffith over here. Just tearing apart my... lady guts, who there are so many things, like ultimately for those who don't know about Berseria, it is a story about a woman, Velvet Crow, who is after the events of what is known as or lives in a world where like demons are running about, and is a very legitimate issue, and anyone can not only be attacked by a demon, but they can turn into a demon. It feels very much like a Heartless situation, where if you just like feel shitty enough, you will become infected with the demon blight, and you'll become this quote unquote horrible creature. And on the night of a blood moon, where it's like at its most powerful, or formerly known as Arthur, your sort of like mentor in sword fighting, and just like someone that you admire because, like this was your sister's husband, who she unfortunately passed like several years ago. And all you have is this dude and your little brother, Laphicet, and who's very sickly. It's a lot of standard conventions to get you up to this point. But ultimately, it's a case where it's like, I want to make myself useful for not only my big sister, but for the greater world. And I will offer myself as a sacrifice for this dude to be able to, like, get enough power to actually handle the demon blight. And to do so requires to also make sure that, or ultimately is to be able to, like, break the not legitimate barrier, but just like there is a species called the Malakim that are like prior to the event of this whole event, just like undetected. Like no one knows that these things exist for the most part, or it's like there's like beasts that hang around, but that's about it. This is basically the chance, or what Arthur does in this moment of just like doing this big old sacrifice. Again, if Berserk, think the Eclipse minus the specific Costco related stuff, but just like offering up a live sacrifice, and with that is like, hey, we can use these as tool. Basically saying this spectral being we will use as a tool in order to defeat this other monstrous being. Very, very immediately, I'm thinking like, wow, there's a lot of play on gender. There's a lot of play on just like the othering and marginalization of things, and it's cool that I get to think about that in an RPG. And it's been nothing but that since, where you just have a lady who is hellbent on revenge because everything has been taken from her, including her own humanity. And just in the midst of that is in the middle of finding people that she can at least find solace with and agreement with, who are also all cool in their own ways. And the more I talk about it, the more I just am like, this is fantastic. I am so glad that I'm getting into this. I never skip the opening. I make sure that I never skip the opening because it fucking whips. It's so good. I love that, when you get me a pirate that is cursed with bad luck, and his whole bit is that he has to flip a coin to remind himself of his horrible luck, that whips ass. I love it.
Curse. Tales of Berseria is one of my all-time favorite games, so I'm always happy to see someone get into it. Do you know about the Zestiria thing with it at all?
I know that there's a connection, and I found out the character it is connected to with, which is neat. I am very curious to see how that, like, comes together overall. I don't think I'll touch Zestiria, but...
You're fine not to. There was definitely a point... Like, I like the story of Zestiria, but playing it is a brutal undertaking that it's not worth it.
That's what I hear. And, you know, speaking of playstyle, it's very interesting in that, like, a lot of other Tales, or the only two other Tales games that I've played, 3, I've touched a bit of Vesperia. I'm currently stuck there because I have a fucking... I'm at the boss that everyone is stuck at. Symphonia, I played a fair amount of, and Tales of the Abyss is the one that I have actually finished. But in all its iterations, like, there's a very, like, focused split between your physical characters and the magic systems that the other, like, mage type characters use. In Berseria, they kind of just streamline a lot of it so that it's like you have your whole setup of, like, okay, each button can basically do its own combo, and your focus, instead of trying to, like, get specific chains together and time everything, is to go ahead and just, like, chain skills that you want to use for one button and get those going. And then R2 is basically your button to just, like, keep the combo going. And then that'll just let you do a lot of other, like, finishing moves and setups. You can have, like, eventually, as you gain more party members, you have the ability to, like, get them in mid-battle, and those basically act as, like, CVS3 assist moves. And it's very interesting to see fighting mechanics come into a game specifically in this way, where it's not a matter of trying to split your sword fighters from your magic characters. It's just like, no, these are all in the mix, but you still have to be wary if you choose to play another character in the middle of it, and if you want to, like, switch your focus, you got to be wary about how they're set up as well, so that, like, you aren't just, like, caught into them in the middle of, like, a story event and you're kind of just like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? But yeah, God, I can't sing nothing but his praises for now. The cats are a fun idea.
Oh yeah,
just they're there. It's good. The skits are fun. I've really been enjoying the skits. They have been.
Yeah, they're top tier in that game. Like, they're always good, I think, but in that game, they're, like, unreal.
Yeah, it really is hammers in the story about a woman bent on revenge with her surrogate brother, her 2 gay friends that support her. Well, I guess 4 gay friends, but Magilu and God, I'm forgetting her name.
Eleanor.
I'm still decided that Eleanor is the friend that is, like, questioning and is really just
gay.
In the middle of.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
believe me, I have
folks.
created so many things back in my youth of 4 years ago when this came out or whatever. But yeah, it's really good. I think once they get, like, to all the character arcs in that game, I think they're all just exceptional. One of the favorite bits that I have in that game is that they have the merchant from Zestiria that you can pay more in dungeons to buy things from, and Velvet just threatens them immediately.
Oh,
yep. Yeah, so you see that part? So they're like, I'll charge you a premium. And she's like, no, you won't. And he's just like, okay, I won't. That was a good bit.
It rules to have a very abrasive main character in, like, stories where it's very much like, again, like, with Abyss being the last one that I actually, like, finished, Luke in that game is deliberately a long trip to eventually, like, grow interested in, and a lot of that comes from guilt and a story focused on guilt and saviorship to an extent. Here, having it focused on revenge, having it focused on just, like, someone that is so visibly, like, betrayed and scorned, and having to work that alongside the reality that, like, once you, like, meet people, even if they will label themselves as, like, nothing garbage or trash or whatever, like, there is still an amount of, like, connection that you have to someone that, like, you still care, you still have empathy, and you still have passion over that. A very like nobody's don't have emotions situation.
Yeah.
It rocks.
Yeah, that game has really interesting stuff they say about like liberalism and other stuff as it continues to go on. I think towards the ending, it really brings it all together, I think, in an interesting way. I think the thing I really like about it is it's very easy to make a game where it's like either just like where it's very easy to make a game where either the main characters are the bad guys, quote unquote, or to try to do something like Nier where it's like, oh, their reasons were confused. They didn't have the right ideas or whatever, stuff like that. I think it's more interesting to do what Berseria does, where they are like, these people are doing these things with good intentions, and then these other guys are not entitled to put up with that. Basically, I think like that they don't have to be the sacrifice. You don't have to sacrifice for the greater good like that. Again, the whole game I think is very about liberalism type things where they go like, yeah, it's fine that they're killing all these people or whatever because it means other people get to, really, really good game. Excited to hear what you think about it as it continues because I think it just keeps being really fucking good the whole time.
Yeah, I really can't wait to get more into it. And, just to like tag it on a bit in terms of like stuff I've been going through, but I'm still in the middle of this one. I've done a bit of Neo. It's neat.
Oh, yeah.
I want to play more of it so that I can form a full opinion, but those are at least the big two that have been like, I can't play Strive, so I guess I'll do something else that lets me just like get close to fighting game mode instead of just going back into turn-based.
I mean, yeah. So have you just started Neo recently?
Yeah, very recently.
Very
literally
recently.
like
Okay.
last night, and just as like a tag on.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Because who am I but to not give Christine the benefit of being able to say, like, I like it so far.
It's a good game. Yeah. Yeah. If you ever need advice for that one, I can help with that one, or I'm sure some of the other people on the site who are Neo heads can.
As it comes up, I'll definitely reach out.
It can be challenging at first, but once you get the swing of it, it's pretty all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for the Berseria minute, both of you, because I didn't have shit to say about that shit.
It's okay. I know you didn't like playing it.
I've tried Berseria multiple times, and I kind of bounced off of it. I don't know. I've tried. It's okay, though. I don't know. Maybe one of these days it'll click, like how I've been doing nothing but SMT4 since we last spoke, I guess.
Yeah, I'm glad I could convince you, finally, to give it another shot.
It is the only game that I played, like, at all since then, because I've been trying to just focus on it and actually finish games, It is really good. I do have quite a few complaints, though. Mostly the fact that the map is a fucking disaster, and I want whoever did, like, the general, like, original Tokyo map, I want them to write me a letter and apology, because it sucks. I just, and there's a lot of that game that I feel like is obtuse just to be obtuse.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished a dungeon that was just, these doors are only one way. If you walk through them, you can't walk back, and it's purely just to make the dungeon longer so you have more random encounters. It is just that. Like, that's not fun or interesting. That's just bullshit,
Final Fantasy IV's dungeon where it's just a million mimics behind every single door and, lava traps just to waste time. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. Like I don't want to waste time. I am not proud of my playtime when I finish a game. I want to play a game for its story. I want to play for its characters and its music, and and SMP4 has so much good in that. I will say it's not like incredible. Like I like this general story. There's like no characters in that game. Like nobody is actually like a character in that. It is 100% just
allegorical.
You are the blank slate. Yeah, you are the blank slate. Walter is chaos, Jonathan is law, and Isabeau is just like, I don't know, guys.
Girl.
Like that's all it is. And like I get it, but like I do wish that there was just a little bit more to it. Because it does just kind of feel like you're hopping around just to like see stuff happening instead of like actually being involved in any of it. Like, you know, there's like there was a bit where, you know, people are like you run into like a group of people and they're talking about like how legendary you are, like, oh, the four samurai that appeared, and, you know, they're legends. And I'm just like, fucking why are we legends? I don't talk to anybody. Nobody knows who the hell we are. Like, everything that's happening is just all separate. You know, it's very odd. But I am still enjoying it. Mostly just because I like the combat and I like the music and I like the atmosphere, and it's all very toony. I just dig how toony that game is. Like, I'm playing through this and I'm just like, I wanna like cosplay as a fucking samurai. I just want to like walk around in that fucking outfit with a sword, my gauntlet. Like, that's just what I want to do after playing this.
I don't know if you'll get to it right away, and I mean, I still have to get to it, but I've only heard exceptionally good things about Apocalypse from everyone I know who's played it.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it, just I don't want to do it back to back, because that's the other thing.
Yeah, you don't want to burn out.
That's the other thing, is that I have kind of already started to burn out a little bit on the game. It is just very long.
It's a long fucking game. Yeah.
And I reached a point, like, I am past the moral break. Like, I went down the chaos path just because I wanted to see, I wanted to see what happened, and shit went down. It was good. It's interesting. But, like, when I was doing that stuff, I kind of felt like, okay, we gotta be getting at least kind of close to the end here, right? And, like, it feels like when I hit that point, I was like, we gotta be in, like, the last quarter. But after that finished, I was like, am I only, like, halfway done with this game? And I'm, like, 60 hours in.
I don't think it's that bad, is it? But it's
long.
It is long. I guess I don't remember all the way. Yeah. I was just thinking, like, I don't know if you should ever play Nocturne. I'm gonna level with you, John. Like, I bet you would still enjoy it, but if you're complaining about, like, the dungeons and stuff like that, Nocturne is, like, so much more of that. Like, do you know about, like, the mystic chests and stuff like that? Where it's like,
I have a general idea where it's like, depending on the moon phase, they have different things or whatever, right?
So you just have to walk around and hope for the right one. Yeah, it's just like a lot of stuff like that in that game. And they fixed some of it in the remake, but it's still very much that, so.
Yeah. I mean, I've been playing this with a guide, like, mostly just because of how bad mostly just because of how bad the map is, like, straight up, you know, like, everything else I haven't had a problem with, you know, like, I beat the Minotaur first try, you know, like, that wasn't an issue. I mean, it helped that it didn't have Walter on my, helping me, but, you know, it just like, I know it's like the cliche or something where, like, you have to tell people getting into SMT, like, you gotta get buffs, you gotta use buffs. Like, yeah, that is what I had to do, you know? Like, I buffed myself and I debuffed the Minotaur and I beat him really cleanly, you know? Like, it's the same thing with the Matador, you know? Like, these games just have, like, a wall to hit where you have to figure out how the game wants you to play, and then when you learn, you can move on, you know? Like, and you can carry that through the rest of the game. And I don't think that's that big of a deal. I think it's a little funny that, like, I mean, it's funny, but it's also kind of sad that people have made such a big deal about, like, yeah, Minotaur and Matador and all that, because it definitely is this, it is a gatekeeping thing. It is absolutely a gatekeeping thing, and it is absolutely a, like, oh man, I'm so much better than you because I figured this out. Like, just because Persona doesn't, like, you can use buff stuff in Persona, but, like, just because you don't need them, like, that's, like, the difference, you know? Like, that's it. You know? Like, oh my god, it's so hard. Like, come on.
You know what's like, a good... I don't know if this is a good analogy, but you know how I think of what it's like, kind of? It's kind of like going into competitive Pokemon after playing normal Pokemon.
Sure.
Almost. Like...
Kind of.
Because you actually have to think about the system instead of brute forcing it, because Persona is just brute force.
Yeah.
And it still has those stupid idiosyncrasies that I think the Pokemon ones has too.
Yeah. No, I could see what you mean. But it's definitely just, like, people are just, like, up their own ass about it, I feel like. And, it's good. It is good, and I like. It is the kind of thing where like I do think, you know, if you can get your hands on an SMT game, it's worth it. But it's definitely it's something you have to know what you're getting into, and B, like, just use a guide or just, you know, look stuff up. It's fine, you know. Like these games are absolutely made like. It is this self-serving thing where I feel like the people that made these games just pride themselves in that, like, old school, like, you know, like they pride themselves in having those obtuse bullshit things in their games because, you know, back in the day it was because they didn't want you to rent the game, and now it's just, well, you know, people can say that they're better than everyone else for, you know, being able to beat SMT4 on Master or whatever, and it's like, just look it up. You just grind. You know, you're not any better than anyone else. It's a JRPG. You know, you just put time into it. You know, like that. If you enjoyed it, that's good. You know, like if you enjoy playing the game on a harder difficulty, that's one thing. But, you know, you just put more time into it. That's it. You know?
Yeah, there's definitely this mentality, I think, amongst SMT. It's the same thing with Fire Emblem, right? Where people just go, oh, well, it's not, it used to be, it was more serious before this came, you know. I don't get that. I don't get it. Why not just like both for the different reasons, or don't like the one that you don't like enough. Don't be weird about it all the time. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Except I want Pokemon XD all the time. That's the thing. That's my stance. If we just had every Pokemon game be Pokemon XD, I think we would be in a better place.
Well, sometimes you're right about that.
I don't know.
Listen, a snag machine is pretty cool.
Yeah, snag machine was really cool. The music in that game is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Blue.
I am the oh, hell yeah. I'm the certified we left the grace of God when we went into Gen 6.
I agree.
My stance.
I can agree with that. I love Sun and Moon, but I can agree with that.
Yeah.
The Sun and Moon is getting into a direction. I'm just saying, this is to every weirdo who's like, I want Ubisoft to make the next Pokemon game, I guess. Because I want it open world, and I want to have all the Pokemon available, and I want to do a thing where I have no actual story, but I just explore the Pokemon world. Like, fuck off.
I don't want that.
SMT5 is going to be cool. The main character is just Lil Nas X in the Montero music video.
It's true, yeah. I'm really excited for SMT5, especially since it has the Tokyo Mirage Sessions UI. That's the main thing that made me go, fuck yes. Oh, man.
This is definitely making me interested in SMT5 just because, like, I want to see what they do with more modern sensibilities and hopefully trying to reach out to a slightly broader audience. Like, you know, I don't want them to make this Persona, you know? I want SMT to be SMT. I want it to be, you know, I don't want to reach out to the truth. I want to put a fucking bullet in God in this game,
God
you know?
rejected.
Well, yes, exactly.
You're welcome into the Cathedral of Shadows where demons lie.
Yes, I wish for that. But, you know, I also don't want to have to, you know, wander around for half an hour trying to find a single item.
I think that's fair. Also, for what it's worth, in SMT4 Apocalypse, I heard they fixed the map quite a bit.
Well, we'll see how that is when I get around to it. Whenever I get around to it,
in 5 years.
I don't want it to be 5 years. I want to take it. I want to take a break. I mean, I started playing something that I'm gonna try to review, and after that, I wanna actually finish Nier. I wanna actually play that. But probably after that, maybe I'll go to Apocalypse. But I mean, maybe by that time, fucking 5 will be out. I don't fucking know. I'm taking a long time with games lately, but also, I mean, this game is long as fuck. So
yeah.
I don't know. Let's talk about some news, folks. There was a lot of news that happened. I don't know. There's some good news. There's some fucked up, dumbass news, and there's also some y'all. What the hell? What are y'all feeling? You feeling good, shitty, or weird?
I mean, you have Rose and I on the podcast. I feel like you got to give us you got to give us our cut.
Yeah, come on, John.
You got to give us our cut.
The cut?
You fucking know what
cut.
it is.
Oh, yeah, no, okay. So yeah, there was the Nihon Falcom announcements. They had a concert that went on. They announced some releases of translations. Why did I say it like that? They announced some localizations.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they announced some localizations. Do either of you know about these games? Because it sounds like these were it sounds like these were very long awaited games.
So here's the problem.
Yep.
Okay, so Matt's been playing Cold Steel, right? There's this funny thing they do on Cold Steel where they are constantly referencing these two fucking games that we can't play all the time, nonstop, as if it's crucial to the story.
It is not that they are taking place. They are concurrent.
Yeah.
These two games are concurrent with the events of Cold Steel 1 and 2.
Okay.
So much so that Rose, if you want to deafen me on this part, go for it. But fucking
I'm sure.
Yeah, there is literally an epilogue or an afterword in Cold Steel 2 where you play as the main characters in Trails to Zero and Trails to Azure for events that take place after the fact, in part of a whole issue regarding a lot of events that have happened in the story. And it's all right, I didn't expect it, but damn, I wish I knew y'all more to feel
right
like a thing about this.
Yeah, that's what I've heard about it consistently. So the cool thing about this is that I bet you probably were going to say it, John, but that they got the fan translators who just recently finished. They did the first one a couple years ago, and then they just finished the second one. They're working on that with Nisa. Mm-hmm. So I have confidence in that because most people have said it's very good localization. These are very good games. People go crazy for these games is the thing. The Azure and Zero, because I don't know. I think it just takes place in one town, pretty much one city. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, you are in the city-state of Crossbell. It is basically from what I can tell, it's your police procedural. You are a cop, but in the way where it's we actually have a understanding of what that means outside of a U.S. framework, so we can actually explore what it. If your hesitancy in that is is this a cop game? It recognize that you are playing in a circumstance where things are separate from our current.
Yeah, they establish climate. It all, right? They establish the framework, the origins, the existence of police forces before all of this, basically, that went bad in some cases. This is a very, understanding the notion of the problems with that type of thing and what a better solution could be. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then all the while, unfortunately, in the case of narrative and wanting to create narrative, the role and occupation of police officer is the one that provides enough, for lack of a better term, breaking of boundaries to actually delve into mystery and noir and to be the one that is, pressing forward into matters because you were legally given the means to do so by the state. And, again, a lot of headache there, but no, the Crossbell games I hear nothing but good things about. It's the ones that I will at least go back to because they do bring in some stuff that has been present in Cold Steel in terms of the Master Court system and just some other I think turn variation is also another addition where Trails of the Sky is very of its time in a way that I don't know if I would want to go back and play it. But I'll at least watch a long play of eventually. These Crossbell games are the ones that I will definitely go back to. But alongside that, they also announced translations for, and let me just load that up real quick, Nayuta, Boundless Trails, which is more of a spin-off overall.
Is it the anthology one?
No.
No. Which one is that?
Not literally the Legend of Nayuta Boundless Trails. I think it's just a spin-off in that it also plays more like an East game than it does a Trails game. Okay. But, at this point, it is sort of its whole thing overall. They also announced Trails into Reverie, which is taking place after the events of Trails of Cold Steel 4 and is the culmination of all of this, work that's been put to talk about the story that has transcended between liberal Crossbell and Erebonia, and just like all the characters have been involved in that, and yeah, just bringing it to a close there. And very cool. I'm very excited to see these come out. Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure are coming out respectively fall 2022 and 2023. Trails into Reverie is coming out 2023. The reason that Rose groans a bit is because Kuro no Kiseki, the most recent Trails game that is coming out in the franchise, is coming out this September. And that is...
2024 is popping! Woo.
Like, I don't want to be ungrateful because of the fact that, like, the Trail series is text intensive. There is a lot of text that you go through, and the series is famous for making sure that, like, its dialogue isn't just continuously recycled, and that you have something to, like, gain out of it. At the same time, it's kind of just like, who's clamoring for Nayuta? We could wait on that if it means
we could have waited on that for Kuro. Yeah,
if we got Kuro like in 2023 too, that could have been popping. But again, it's trying not to complain about it, but more so it's kind of just like, all right, they're at least coming up.
I think like the main thing with I think the problem with these Azure and Zero thing. I mean, they'll still be good games, but like Kuro is probably going to be the most. I'm trying to think of modern Trails game, for lack of a better word.
It is going to be like the most updated engine.
Yeah, like new engine, FF7 remake combat, where you switch between like turn-based and action, like more open world, stuff like that. And it looks really good. So it's like, okay, but meanwhile, the West just has to deal with games that are 12 years old, basically.
We're getting 2, maybe 3 PSP games and a game for the PS4 when we're currently on the PS5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not that it's a bad thing. Again, like, I'm
great
grateful
games
for the chance to, it's just like, what was the thing that was preventing these being done earlier?
Right,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
Like, it's unclear. Like, I know Falcom's not, like, gushing with money or anything like that, but it's very strange.
Because also,
it's also a bit confusing that, I mean, I don't know, there's probably some red tape involved, and they also probably don't want to, like, just shove things out the door, but, like, the translations are done. Like, what do they have to do, you know? Like, I mean, they probably have to, like, finalize some publishing rights or whatever, but, like, why is it, like, spaced out between, like, multiple years, you know?
Because there's no voice acting, is the thing. As far as I know, there's, like, combat voice acting. I think that's it. Like...
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, there will be work, they do have to do some work, like, and, they obviously probably have to, like, go over it again, and, like,
I know
there
why.
are things to do. Oh, okay.
They're putting it on the new version that came out for the PS4 a couple of years ago. So the one that exists currently, like, yes, basically they have to put the entire script in again since it's on a new version of the game.
Sure. All right. Well, still, that doesn't seem like it would take them 2 years.
Yeah, especially since it seems like this has been a long time coming as well. Very confusing stuff, by the way. That everyone involved is implying that this has been going on for some time. They've been in talks for a bit because the translation for Azure is like that came out like a month ago. So if they were talking for a long time, did like Nisa just go, "Oh, fuck it, I don't know, go ahead." Like,
release it for a month so it's out there, but then like take it down once we announce it, so people have to buy it, even though it's out there, and it's not like it's gonna just be gone. Like, people are gonna still have it.
Yeah, it's very weird.
That's happening. So all you Trails freaks are gonna be going back on that trail.
There's dozens of us. Dozens.
Yeah.
We are in the bathrooms as well.
Yeah. The JRPG conventions we're in the bathroom. Man, it's really interesting what Olivier did.
Yeah, oh my god. I can't wait for you to see Reen's transition from student into instructor. It's going to be great.
Folks, have you wanted to play a new Space Jam game? No?
Well, yes.
Oh.
But specifically, that Space Jam game is Barkley 2. And we know what...
That's not going to happen.
We know what happened there.
Do we know what happened there? Real? Oh, I guess we do now. Actually, I forgot the post came out last week that really went into it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, we knew the rough stuff, but...
Or at the very least, the code is literally all there to create the game that we want. But, other Space Jam games, no, I don't think I've thought about other Space Jam games.
Well, there is going to be a new one. It's called Space Jam: A New Legacy, the game, and it is a side-scrolling beat-em-up.
Yep.
By Digital Eclipse.
Awesome.
It looks like inoffensive, I guess, but I don't know. It's gonna be on Game Pass. I guess it was explicitly funded by Microsoft, and they said that there was like a contest where people would send in their ideas, and then they used the ideas to make the game. Which, if I remember correctly, since they released the trailer for that Space Jam movie like a year ago. They churned this shit out. I think they made this in like a year, if that. So it's probably not going to be good. They do have new controllers too. Where
I
one
saw
of them
those.
is for your Xbox console. There's one that says Toon Squad on it. There's one that says Goon Squad on it, and there's one that looks like the Warner 3000 Entertainment Serververse.
I love the Warner 3000 Entertainment Serververse.
I think that movie's going to be bad.
Al G. Rhythm, as played by John Cheadle.
I think that movie's going to be really bad, folks.
That movie's going to suck because I don't think it's going to be fun. Like, they got Porky Pig dressed as E40 in a bit, and that looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
But the rest of it isn't going to be cool.
No. There's just going to be a lot of bits about them being like, wow, we're in Game of Thrones world.
Look, there's Voldemort. Uh-oh, I said it out loud. That's Bugs Bunny says that.
Yeah, Bugs Bunny's going to go, yeah, what's up, Harry Potter? And then Daniel fucking Radcliffe is going to be there like, oh, Jesus.
He's going to say fuck. This. Like, that's all he does these days is he just says fuck.
I wouldn't blame him. If I had to be fucking Harry Potter for like a good portion of my life, I'd be so fed up.
And LeBron James gets to go, look out, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
we have to win the basketball game.
Bugs, look out. My family.
Bugs, I don't know
I have
about
to save
that.
my son.
You guys are some real Looney Tunes.
That's why they call you that.
I love the one clip that I see that is like in actual 2D animation where you just like get squished down. And the only joke that they can write is, wow, I'm as short as Kevin Hart. And
Kevin Hart is pretty short.
He's pretty short, but like...
Especially compared to basketball players who are usually very tall.
Yeah. Yeah. And Zendaya is Lola Bunny.
Which is especially funny because, like, they didn't, like, stunt cast anyone else. They were just like Lola Bunny has a voice actress. Like, she is in...
Oh, no, do you want me to tell you... Do you want me to tell you the voice cast for, the fucking Space Jam movie? Because they shifted some people around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, let me see here. So, yeah, Zendaya's Lola Bunny. You still got... For the effort of making sure you can still get someone that does the voices correctly, the voice actor for Porky Pig is still there because no one else knows how to do that. No one else can do it,
yeah.
No one else can do it. You do have Candy Milo, which is pretty cool. Snap from Chalk Zone. She's going to be Granny.
Oh, okay.
A lot of fun stuff here. The big one, Gabriel Iglesias is Speedy Gonzalez.
All right. Okay, so I was wrong. Yeah, they did do a little stunt casting, but
if the stunt casting goes, we need a guy that can do the Speedy Gonzalez voice, but he's not going to get canceled for it. That's the guy that you get.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I approve. Archive recordings of Paul Julian as the Roadrunner.
I mean, you just that motherfucker.
I don't know. I'm gonna say right now.
That motherfucker did you do one meet me, and you get royalties for it forever until you die, which he probably is dead.
Also, the Goon Squad is all just actual like basketball players.
Yeah, it's not the Monstars, and what I had heard, I remember when this movie leaked, they must have changed it. Because I remember when, like, plans for this movie leaked, they were saying that the Goon Squad was going to be a bunch of villains from Warner movies. Like, they were like, yeah, it's going to be the Joker, it's going to be the Wicked Witch, it's going to be, like, you know, all this shit. They were like, the Mask is going to, like, I mean, yeah, all those characters are there, but they're just, like, in the fucking audience now, instead of, like...
I would love to see Joker go Joker chance and then just hit the nastiest dunk.
Like, I would have been more for that, because that would have at least been dumber, you know? Like, that definitely sounds like it got, like, you know, it got committee to death, where, like, or you know, people online were complaining about that, too. Like, that probably didn't help. I was just like, fuck it, if they're gonna do this, they need to just make it stupid, you know? Like, if they're gonna do this big crossover thing, I want the Joker to play basketball. You know, I don't want him to just stand there in the background. Like, fuck that. I want him to play fucking basketball. Come on.
If the conceit of the film is that we are trapped in an environment that is completely created by characters and locations from the Warner Brothers conglomerate, who have ownership of so many, like, IPs and, like, creative properties at this point, it is baffling that you just say, let's just make some new guys.
Yeah, I agree. I want them to just make it stupid. I don't want to just have the Clockwork Orange guys in the background. I want them to ball, and I want the consequences of them balling. I want Warner Brothers to have to publicly apologize for making the Clockwork Orange guys ball. That's what I want. I want this to be a disaster. I don't want this to be a safe movie. I want it to be hilarious that it exists. And it feels like it's not hilarious that it exists. It's just kind of sad.
What I want is, at the end of it all, there's a post-credit scene where a burst of light comes out, and the DeLorean comes up, because fucking who cares who... Universal owns it, but whatever. Whatever Warner Brothers has that has a time machine in it, comes the hot tub time machine, I guess. Fuck off. Comes in, and there's a mysterious man cloaked in black, and he's like, "I am your great 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 grandson, and I'm here to talk to you about the legacy of Zaubers." And then you get the remixed Space Jam theme from fucking Barkley One coming in.
I mean, you know,
that's what I want. I want Balthazar to be real.
Yeah, I would flip the fuck out if Cyberdwarf was there. You know, like.
Cyberdwarf is in the hot tub too.
Yeah, of course. So Sonic's birthday was a few days ago. Happy birthday, Sonic. You are 30 years old now. Thank you for your wisdom, your music, and your games. There was that symphonic orchestra thing, which is very funny because half of it was an orchestra and then the other half was just like a Crush 40 concert. How it should be. It's just how it should be.
There was also an intermission where they used a fan-made mod for the Chow Garden. That's like a little idling cam that goes around and lets you customize chows and stuff. It's really nice. It was cool to see. You know, not many... Again, between the trail stuff working with the fan translators and them, they actually like acknowledged that it was the mod and like credited the mod online. Like, it's fun. It's fun to see that stuff. Good.
Yeah.
Right. To celebrate Sonic's birthday, there have been some, you know, we did have the announcements of the games that they had, you know, but there were some other little bonus things that occurred on his birthday. Sonic is in Minecraft. They are... You could play as a bunch of different characters, and you can run around in levels that you can make. You could basically, like, create your own Sonic levels, and looks cool. I don't know. That does seem pretty neat. Do you have any opinions on that, Rose?
I'm glad that they're acknowledging the chows more in that Minecraft one they did, and also the Shadows thing. The Sonic Minecraft thing, as grim as it might be to think about, like, you hear they put Sonic in Minecraft, you think probably the worst thing, right? You think probably the worst thing. I think there's a lot of, like, heart put into it, a lot of, like, effort that their celebrations of Sonic don't usually have. I think Sonic's at its best when it is acknowledging all the stupid shit that has happened in Sonic over from, like, I'd say 2000 to, like, 2010 or something. That's, like, the golden years of Sonic where just insane shit could happen at any time. And, like, Sonic Forces is fucking insane too, don't get me wrong, but it's a controlled type of insane. It's not
Yeah.
It's not Shadow on a motorcycle with a Glock. Like, we need to go back is what I'm saying. And this is partly that. Like, Shadow in Minecraft has this fucking motorcycle, you know? Like, you're doing the stupid air falling shit. Like, it's great.
That's good. That's good. That's what I want. That's what I want from Sonic.
That's what I want. I just want stupid shit that even if you're not playing these games, you can look at and go, I'm glad these are insane.
Yeah.
Which is not what I have felt. Like, I like Sonic Generations, don't get me wrong, but that is such a sanitized look at Sonic, if you know what I mean. Like, that is, like, the nostalgia not ideologified, that's not a real word, idealized, concept of what Sonic is, where you want the mess, you want Sonic Adventure 2, you want the jank, the ambition, the sheer insane ideas that don't go anywhere. That's what you want.
Fucking Unknown from ME is just a really good song.
It is.
It's cheesy.
Death Chamber?
But,
You ever hear Death Chamber? Like,
let me look up Death Chamber real quick again.
Okay, it is, the entire song's conceit is it is just Sonic, so it's like him saying Death Chamber a bunch, and then it gets to a part where it's just him role-playing as Sonic and Knuckles talking to each other. And then he goes back to saying Death Chamber while a saxophone plays. It's truly incredible.
That's good. God. Fucking Mario can't do shit.
No.
Because fucking create musical ideas are stuck in the past. Sonic, always forward-thinking, always taking inspiration from fucking house and hip-hop and the future and, not Nickelback, the other one, Hoobastank.
Yeah. But not only did Sonic join Minecraft, Sonic is also a VTuber now. That's it.
I'm gonna admit I have not seen that, but I'm sure.
There's just a video of him going like, "Hey guys, it's me, Sonic."
Hey guys.
That's it. Yeah, he's just, "Hey guys."
Oh wow, he does just go, "Hey guys."
Yeah. Do you think I would lie about that?
It's not a bad model.
No, it's and it is Sonic's Japanese voice actor. He is, he's VTubing. I don't know if he's gonna like play games or whatever. I don't know. They might just like roll that out for events, I guess. Let's see, one more thing. So Final Fantasy IX. I haven't played it. I know people really, really love this game, like a whole lot. It's gonna be made into a kids show by a French studio. This is I guess the rights have been picked up by Cyber Group Studios, which again, is based is in France. They have made CGI shows based on Many Ninjas, Zorro, and Tom Sawyer, as well as Gigantosaurus, Droners, and Mirette Investigates. They say that the show is going to be aimed at 8 to 13-year-olds and family audiences with respect to co-viewing.
I don't know what that means, but
they're just...
I will say I was like that age when I played 9, so...
I mean, they're just trying to say, like, it won't be boring if you watch this with your kids.
Okay, yeah. So, do you know the interesting thing about the studio?
No.
So, Final Fantasy IX was a 3-pronged project worked on by Square Enix of Europe, America, and Japan. It was the first one that was really worked like that. And the European side used a bunch of French animators to create all the CGI scenes, and those people now work at this studio.
Huh.
There it is.
Okay.
There you go.
Once I heard that, I was like, damn, okay. I think that's really crazy. That's a really crazy, like, through line. Like, 21 years later, you can make the Final Fantasy IX kids show, okay?
Yeah, fucking, French animators, they're around, they exist. I've watched Code Lyoko before.
Yeah.
That's about as far as my knowledge of, Code Lyoko and fucking, Code Lyoko and Asterix are like the two things I know about fucking French animation.
Totally Spies, Martin Mystery. Oh wait, no, that's Canadian. Martin Mystery's Canadian, right?
Yeah, it's easy to trip them up.
So was Totally Spies. They are the same.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought, is it Quebec? Is it Quebecois?
I guess.
Quebecois! The Quebecers. Yeah. Shout out to... first episode of Totally Spies came out on my birthday.
Congratulations.
Anyway, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Sick fuck.
Yeah. In a post 9/11 world, that's the first thing I'm related to. Totally Spies.
Good lord. I just, like, pretty much everything I've seen of people's, like, response to this was just, like, people going, oh my god, how is this gonna work? It's so fucked up. The game is so messed up. I mean, do you think it'll be that bad for children to watch this show?
No, again, I played it when I was a child. I don't know. I think, here's my hot take. Every time people say that, they forget the shit they saw when they were a child. Unless they were, like, Christian. I don't know. Even then, a lot of Christian stuff's fucked up. I don't know. Like, when people be like, damn, they pointed a gun at Ash and Pokemon, or something. Like, it's like, I don't care. Okay? It's fine. When I was a child, I knew what a gun was. Okay. I will grant this. I know I've said this a million times, but I was fucked up and watched Ghost in the Shell when I was, like, 5. But. But. I don't know. I think, if anything, children just don't comprehend. They don't put all the pieces together to become scared enough of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the existential dread of Final Fantasy IX is something you can only appreciate when you're older. That is something that they can then come back to. And Square Enix sure as hell isn't making Final Fantasy IX accessible, so, like, it's fine. I would love more people to appreciate 9.
Yeah. The highest grossing movie in Japan is technically based on a children's manga. It's just very easy to forget that when you're consuming it as an adult and
right, yeah, Demon Slayer.
Yeah. No, again, what does shonen mean? Look up real quick what the word shonen means.
No, absolutely, yeah. Like, yeah, I think people just, like, we need to move past that, right? We need to move past this idea that it's like when people say, when Junichi Matsuda started going off about how kids are too dumb for Pokemon, they have to, like, make it, more accessible now because kids are too dumb. They only know how to use the phone. And it's like, no, man, kids are fine. I figured out what the fuck was going on in Pokemon Red when I was a baby. Like, it's fine. People
it's fine. They just need to
kids, care. I think. Yeah. You need to give them a reason to care. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking kid can't read, but they'll definitely play a lot of JRPGs if they care enough.
Yeah, we sure will.
Teachers, this is what you need in order to fix literacy rates in the United States. You need to figure out which kids are...
Like, I think
unironically, yeah.
How many words and, like, how I got into writing was because of how much I love JRPGs and, like, those storylines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man.
No, there is definitely a kid in my future teaching experience that I think, like, if I just nudge them to, like, a Tales game or a fucking, like, Final Fantasy game even, they'll be like, wow, Mr. Maverick, reading is incredible. And I'll be like, yeah. And then I'll, like, piss on Mark Twain's grave.
Get his ass.
I'm coming for you specifically.
God. Alright, so, other games. Rose, do you want to run through, what else you've been playing real quick?
Yeah, sure. So, the short thing, well, I say short, but I was just complaining earlier in the work server that how long it was. It's like a 4-hour fucking demo for Monster Hunter Stories 2. Played the whole damn thing somehow. It's basically the entire tutorial, like the whole thing, like the whole, like, opening section of the JRPG before you leave hometown or whatever. Yeah, it is very much Monster Hunter Stories 1 to an extent. You still go get those eggs. You do be riding those monsters. You do be doing the 3 types advantage. But I think they've made a lot of changes that are showing that they, like, are thinking about their systems at least while still keeping it relatively simple. So to give you an example here, in the first game, the weapons were just sort of there. At least as far as I got, which was like 12 hours in, the weapons were just sort of there and you just sort of used them if you wanted to for their specific moves or whatever. But in this one, you get to equip 3 weapons at once. And you're switching between them because there's a secondary type advantage thing that changes over the course of the fight. And I think it's a very interesting translation of the Monster Hunter thing, where in the first game you could target different body parts for the big boss monsters, because that's about my Monster Hunter thing. But in this one, they made, like, each one has a different thing, you have to think about like, oh, I'm attacking the head. I want to use a hammer. That makes sense because in Monster Hunter, you go for the hammer. Like, oh, I'm attacking the tail. I want to use the sword because the sword goes out of that. Like, oh, I can use the sword and shield as a blunt and a sword. Like, I can use it as a hammer type weapon because you hit him with the shield, or you can use it as a slashy weapon because it's got the sword. It's a lot of fun, interesting takes on Monster Hunter translation to a JRPG format that I think is really interesting. They added party members this time. So you just have like, I don't know if it gets more than just one other person in their monster, but right now it's like, you have one person in their monster and each of them has a turn, which really helps because like, it means that they make it so that the monsters do more damage to you because you have your AI buddies who can heal you sometimes. And I thought that was really interesting, and increasing the HP pools because you have more people make the fights more interesting as well. Instead of just sort of you killing everything really fast. They added a bunch of stuff from Monster Hunter World, which is funny because I don't know if you know about Monster Hunter Rise, but they kind of removed everything from Monster Hunter World in that one. So like they have the little flies that you would have go around to track the monsters. They have all the Monster Hunter World monsters. They have like Monster Hunter World style hunters around. I think it's not like a crazy compelling narrative or anything, but it is nice to see an actual narrative in a Monster Hunter game, with like reasonably decent dialogue. I did play through the dub, and the dub is very good, let's say. I think there's a lot of talent there, but the voice direction is really bad. It feels like it's the type of thing where it's like they got good voice actors and then they gave them the infamous hell scripts you hear about where they have every line alphabetized and they just have to read it.
God.
But it leads to a lot of really funny reads that I honestly like. So, like there's guys who'll be like, thank you. And I'll just be like, okay, dude, what? Like, I just bought a sword from you. Why did you sound like that? And then the next line, he's like, hey, what's up? And it's like, why did you say thank you? Like, okay, whatever. It's just a lot of funny stuff like that. But, yeah, it's cute. I don't remember if the first game had little baby forms of all the monsters where they have giant heads, but they do in this one and it's really cute.
They're monsties.
They're monsties. The fucked up cat is back though. I don't like him. I don't like him. He's fully voiced now, and I don't like that. He makes me uncomfortable. Everyone keeps talking about how fucked up he looks and how it doesn't make sense that he exists, and he just laughs it off, and that's disturbing. He just talks about how he just abandoned the character from the first game he hung out with. Like, he just pieced off, which is really fucked up. But yeah, I was like, cool. This is cool. The character customization was a lot better too. I would say I felt more attached to that character than my Monster Hunter World Rise character, actually, even. And Monster Hunter Rise has like more elaborate, facial sliders and stuff like that, but the options were so limited and like, that I was like, oh, but this cartoony style really makes it like cute. Like I have the little 3-face sort of, or not really a 3-face. I have the Wind Waker Link face, if you know what I'm talking about. But I think it's a good game and the progress carries over. So, if you want to give that a try, if you were thinking of playing the full game, I recommend giving that a try because I think it gives you a good idea of what that game is like. And you can just transfer it into the full version. It seems fun. I might give it a whirl. But the main thing I was doing recently was finishing up, Atelier, Eska and Logi. Logi, they say in the game, but I always call him Logi. That's the second in the Dusk trilogy of Atelier games, and it's really fucking good. These games are great because they offer this, like, window into this alternate world. I'm trying to think of how to put it. It is like a post-apocalypse without the post-apocalypse, really. It is a society where the old society basically fucked everything up and the world is like headed towards an apocalypse type thing. But nobody who is alive today knows about it or knows anything. And it's just sort of like, oh, we have all these ruins. It's weird that our crops die and stuff like that. But it's this very natural look into like this life that exists. It's not like a naysaying or serious game at all. It delves into those serious themes sometimes, but it is a game that is about a fucking little anime girl who loves to eat cake, and she just cooks in the lab with her boyfriend or whatever. And that's incredible. I think they do a really great way of integrating that really important and dire lore into the world without just having a character walk up to you and go, this is why this is happening. Things just sort of come up organically, like the entire western side of the world is just desert because of like climate disasters caused by the previous civilization or whatever, and everyone's just like, that's crazy, that's just the ends of the world or whatever. And that doesn't come up until like you're like 3/4 of the way through the second game in the trilogy. But it all makes sense, it all works together, and I think that's really interesting. It's the type of game where a lot of the dialogue is very like, you know, slice of life anime type thing. But I think the combination of that with its more sci-fi premise and the fact that all the characters are in their mid-20s, really helps it. I started the third game too recently. I just think it's it comes from that period of time where JRPGs were actually trying things, with the format. Not to say they aren't trying things, but you know, like the Bravely Default style of thinking, where you're looking at the way that these games work, that these games are designed around, and you're creating systems that actually genuinely work with it and make sense to improve the overall experience. So like an example in this game is like, you can, you fill up a bar while you're out in the field, like either collecting things or beating enemies. And when you fill up that bar, you can do things like collect every item on the map for free, or collect the specific rare items on that map that have a low % chance. You can change the item drops in a location to only be the rare ones and stuff like that. It's the type of thing I wish I was seeing more in JRPGs, because a lot of the ones in recent days have been good, but it feels like they've fallen into a sort of, it's like not all the way Dragon Quest type problem, but very much like, we need to go back to the golden age of JRPGs, you know, something like that. Or they're action RPGs like Final Fantasy 15. I really want us to go back to this era where people were like, actually being like, hey, I want to experiment with this thing. I want to improve grinding. I don't want to revel in grinding. I want to make it good. I want to make it better. That's what I like about Atelier. I don't know. I've only played like semi-recent ones, but I know like Ryza is like a really approachable and distilled down version of all of this stuff. And I would say maybe it's a little too distilled, but it's still like, it's cool that they have taken this game system that was really complex in the earlier entries and like refined it, and there's enough of these games that you don't feel like you're missing out on it because Ryza exists. Like, just because Ryza exists and is easy and it's like a gateway, right? It's a gateway thing. It's nice to see that they got to the point where they could make a gateway game, because I could definitely see that if you're not a JRPG sicko and you were like, oh, I like potions. I like things like that. I'll try this little potion anime girl game. And then you realize how insane the stuff you have to do in it is. Like the fact that there is a better throughput there. So we're going to be like, oh, okay, I'm familiar enough with Ryza now that I could try the Dusk Trilogy, since I know that just came out on the Switch, I think, semi-recently. I highly recommend the Dusk Trilogy, by the way. It's a really interesting, like, pseudo open world. Like, obviously it's turn-based and it's limited environments. It's a budget game, but it is really interesting. Like, if you like to make items, it's like, if you like to do like Stardew Valley type management with turn-based battles.
I love to make an item.
Some other stuff. It's just fun to make items. Like, I think especially like, once you really learn the system in these Atelier games, like, you're making insane fucking items. And I think that's something that they're really good at, is your power isn't coming from you leveling up. It's coming from what you make and how you understand that system and how you're able to apply those properties to things. And it's nothing like crazy. It's just like, it has a little bit of a learning curve. And once you're over that curve, it's like, bam, like you got it. You figured it out. And it's really satisfying. Like I was making, at the end of Eska and Logi, I was making bombs that would repeat, like, being used after the first time I did it every 2 turns, and would also like restore all of my health when they went off. So I was just doing like really stupid stuff. I was making armor that just raised all my stats by like 50%, and because I combined like I made an iron nugget, and then I put a bunch of stuff on that iron nugget, and then I put some stuff in with that iron ingot from another material, and then, you know, like this chain of items that are all gaining properties, and then they become like this armor that like increases my stats by 50% and like reflects magic damage, like all this stuff like that. It's just fun. It's just like dumb fun. It's cool to have this game where leveling up doesn't really matter. Your true power is coming from understanding the systems. That is what I like to see out of turn-based games. Yeah, recommend them. I recommend them highly. Again, like I will always say, Rise is probably the best first Atelier game, unless you're a sicko like me, but
sure,
it's still really good stuff. Really good stuff.
Is that all you got? Oh, wait, no, you did talk about Monster Hunter already. Sorry. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did talk about Monster Hunter, yeah.
Okay. Maverick, hit me with your Neo Tooie impressions, please.
Brainwave, Mainwave, Sako got a high kick, collect and select, show me your best set, Crystal Blizzards, it's all over now, Psycho Cane, here's a cane, I need more candy canes. Oh, God, I'm so excited.
Am I having a stroke?
Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm just... The World Ends With You is back, and I didn't realize how much I was excited for this game until I actually got into it, and I'm just like, oh, wow, I loved running around this version of Shibuya. I loved going into this very fun concept of, like, baby's first introduction to grappling with distance and the hedgehog's dilemma, and being able to, like, actually trust people. And that's all from the first game. Neo, The World Ends With You is very interesting in the way that it is setting itself up so far. And my main thing is, like, check out this demo if you have any bit of interest in the series at all, or in the upcoming game at all. Pick up the original if you're interested in just checking out the series proper. It's a good game. If you can find it on the DS and you're a freak like me, pick up the DS version. That is the more... I think the series works best when you realize that it wants to emulate the sensation of being in a busy city. And a lot of that multitasking that is in its, like, gameplay styles is emblematic of that. And the Switch port is fine. If you can find it on DS, I highly recommend it. But to focus on the Neo World Ends With You, it, story-wise, it seems like a bit of time has taken place since the last events of the Reapers game. And we're met with our two new protagonists, Rindo and Fret. We're just high schoolers hanging out. I will say, you know, like, give Tetsuya Nomura all the flack that he needs for his shit writing and inability to work with, like, the Kingdom Hearts series, specifically Kairi. He knows how to design characters, and it's very impeccable to see the styling, the very fashion-forward trends in The World Ends With You, highlighted in a way where, like, these definitely feel like outfits that I would see out in, like, the busy metropolitan streets. Like, they are stylish, and they are not only, like, going to be fun cosplay to see, like they are just good fits, and I commend him for that. But, you know, like, they're, Rindo and Fred are just hanging out in Shibuya, as you do. And all of a sudden, like, they get wrapped up into a new Reaper game. The first one in a while, it looks like. And immediately getting thrown into the setup. And the main difference is that rather than this focus on you and your partner surviving the whole week and getting your wish granted at the end, you're actually in full-on teams. And there's a whole ranked system to completing these missions, and they hammer it home very well in the story, I think, where, end of the day, it doesn't matter who completes the mission, all that matters is who gets the completion pin from it. Always look for the pins, that's how you score your points. Whoever's got the most points wins, and what will they win? Who knows? That's for us to find out, and for this group to come to recognize. The gameplay is also really interesting in that pins are given their own buttons, it looks like. So, like, the initial setup is you, Rindo and Fret, and Rindo is given, like, a shockwave pin very early on by one of the Reapers. and Fred gets the basic, like, a kinetic blast pin. Those are operated between the square and the triangle buttons. So basically, the way that you're chaining combos in that end is having to go through your combo of, like, 1 so that you can hit, like, a time window of, like, combo addition for the other button, and basically just chaining those pins together. Then you meet everybody's favorite nerd, Sho Minamimoto, who loves math and loves the concept of math. I do not think he knows how to actually solve a math problem.
Yeah, he messes them up a lot.
Yeah. Just a very specific kind of idiot, but everyone loves him all the same. He gets introduced and has his own pin set, and that's set to R1. And some pins I was picking up along the way are set to R2. So you have buttons specifically set for different pins, and there's going to be a whole variety of them available. And it's going to be interesting in the way that the best gameplay, I see some hesitancy, I think, from people about this gameplay mechanic, but once I got into it, I'm realizing, like, oh, it's going to matter less the actual pin powers and, like, the dynamics and stuff, more just like what coalesces with each other. Do I want someone on a more physical, grounded move? Do I want someone that could basically have an assist that I can proc when I have, like, my combo ready? I can hold buttons together so that, like, if I have a pyrokinesis pin going on, I can also keep blasting. And there are a lot of variabilities in that way that I'm already starting to think about, like, okay, what do I want things to look like? And I'm really a big fan of demos that are kind of just like, we'll give you, like, the first hour or two, and then when you want to play the rest of the game, like, your save file will count as progress towards the full game. And they really do make that apparent in the fact that, like, you were collecting pins nonstop. You're getting new things to play around with, and I want to go back. Even after I finish it, I want to go back and I just want to mess around with these new toys and get a feel for what that style is going to, like, feel like. I've also been really digging the characters. It's so good to see that they are definitely calling their shots when it comes to just, like, being brazen about, like, the references to the main setup, but also, like, you see a lot of fun being had with just introducing you to new people and wanting you to fall in love with these new members of, like, this ever-expanding thing. Like, Shoko Sakurane is the girl in the cat hoodie that has been in a lot of the trailers. She calls you a loser every time that she leaves. She's really fun so far, and I can't wait to see more of her. Fucking, you meet this dude that's just a massive slab of meat, and then you realize the voice actor was like, I want to do Jabberjaw with this guy. So he's just got a really high voice, and he likes to talk a lot. There is so much fun and variety with a lot of these characters, and I'm really excited to get in there. God, I can't believe it is only a month until I get to return to Shibuya and get a Shibuya that is not fucking Persona 5.
Yeah. All right.
I am, like, trying my best not to play the demo. I am, like, trying to, like, you know, like, I was like, oh, I really want to. And then I was like, oh, mentally, should I just, like, wait? Since I know it's, like, progress carryover type thing. I'm like, oh, should I just wait and enjoy it all at once? It's tough. Cause I'm very much the same thing where I was like, you know, I like Toei, it's all right. And then, like, I think when I was watching the Toei anime, the second it was playing, like, Calling, I was like, fuck.
Yep.
Like, God damn. Okay, shit. Like, it's just good brain feel.
Yeah. I'm also curious just, like, what this story is going to be about. Cause, I mean, it's still, the demo lets you play up to the second day, I am assuming, of the first week of however many weeks they'll have. But, you know, a lot of Neku's original story was like, here's this fucking shut-in loser who has to learn how to trust people. And, you know, maybe is also an allegory for a lot of other things. That's neither here nor there. But it's easy to read onto a lot of narratives with that. Here, it's like you already have, like, a close friend that, like, you are connected with. You have somebody that, like, Rindo is not someone that is, like, closed off. If anything, like, you already are immediately seeing, like, not only does he have friends, like, in a close personal sense, but, like, he is texting somebody else who, like, even though they just know them from, like, online, is still a case where it's like, no, like this person is still a good friend to me. Like I still care about them. It's cool to see narratives slowly bring up their pace on like, oh yeah, online connections are a thing. Having friends online is normal at this point. And so when you don't have that as your sticking point of a narrative, I'm curious to see what eventually is going to be the actual story. And if overall it is going to be a whole setup that, is going to speak to something different and maybe is more just on this general wave of JRPGs subtly talking about collective action. Because the main thing is like, you are your teams and you have to rise to the ranks. And even from just some of the trailers I'm seeing, the immediate question is like, well, do we have to compete against each other? Is that the required thing? And I'm interested to see where that goes. That power is yet unknown.
Power is yet unknown.
Well, all right. I feel like the exact opposite of the collective power of the people and changing the world is golf. And so I have been playing a golf video game, which I guess is probably the only moral way to play golf, at least currently. Well, mini golf too, actually. Mario Golf. What's it called? Star Rush? Star Rush. That dropped today. I went and picked it up because why not? Folks, have you enjoyed a Mario Golf game in the past?
No. I'm sorry. I've never played any golf games though.
Okay, I was going to say then you would like this one, but I guess you all haven't played Mario Golf, so okay. So, Mario Golf is made by the esteemed folks at Camelot, who you may also know for Golden Sun and Mario Tennis, but mostly Golden Sun because everyone wants them to make a new Golden Sun. And hey, folks, they made a new RPG here, but it is not Golden Sun. It is a golf RPG where you level up your Mii to gain more power at golfing, and it's really fun. It's a fantastic golf sim. I will say that there is a learning curve to it. There's a lot more going on in this game than in your average just like point and putt sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it is really cool. And if you have any interest in like an arcadey sports game, I would say definitely look into this. I haven't played Everybody's Golf, so I feel like maybe that might be what you might pick up instead, because that one is like $10 instead of $60. But
right,
this still has a lot going for it. It's very charming. And they brought back the announcer from the GameCube games, so you get to hear that guy go, "Nice on! Nice approach!" And that makes me feel really good, because I like Toadstool Tour a lot growing up. It's good. It's a good golf game. I've only played a little bit. I'm about to enter the first tournament in the RPG mode. I will say the thing that I don't like, the worst part, is every time you talk to a character, every time they say a line, they make a noise. And that is very annoying, because it is usually...
Like some banjo shit?
I wish it was banjo shit. It is like, you talk to Birdo, and Birdo just goes, "Wow, wow, wow," over and over again. It's really bad. The Mii makes a horrendous noise, probably the worst noise out of all of them. Like, you don't talk, but just like whenever you like nod in response, like the Mii goes, like over and over again. It's really bad.
Haunting.
Yeah, it's really bad. But the writing is cute, there's just a lot of like dumb, goofy, like Mario bullshit that you want. Like, a Goomba claims that a Goomba claims that another Goomba was the first golf ball in the Mushroom Kingdom, and he's proud of that.
Wasn't there a fucked up... Oh, it was Lord of the Rings. That's what it was. I was trying to remember the fucked up golf lore. You ever hear that?
I know a lot about...
Find it if you haven't.
I know lots about Lord of the Rings. I haven't heard that one, though.
Do you know about the golf?
I haven't heard that one.
Okay, here we go. Golf was a game played by hobbits, similar to that of modern-day golf. According to Hobbit folklore, it was invented when Bandabrisk Took charged at Golf-N-Ball during the Battle of Greenfield and knocked Golf-N-Ball's head off. The head flew through the air for 100 yards and went down a rabbit hole.
That's pretty good.
Damn.
I like that.
Golf's fucked.
Golf is fucked up, but golf games are pretty cool.
The King's game.
Yeah. Golf games are pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
This one, I'd say it's definitely up there, but it's not as good as Neo Turf Masters, because nothing is, baby. Nothing is. Neo Turf Masters is still the champion, and it always will be.
On the green!
But this is pretty good, too. I'll keep playing it. So, there are different modes, I should say. I haven't tried the battle mode yet, but there's the standard golf that you could just, run through, whatever. But then there's also a mode where each of your tees are timed, and you have to run from place to place, like wherever you hit the ball, you have to like run up to where it is, and you can like knock people over and like collect coins and shit. It's really bizarre. I don't know if I like it. I don't hate it, but it's just kind of there. Like, I don't know. I'm only at the beginning, so maybe once the courses become more unique, then I will feel more invested in it. Or maybe it'll just make me more frustrated. I don't know. But so far it's just been, okay, I hit the ball. Now I have to run forward. That's it. So, we'll see. I just started the game. I just started a few hours ago. So...
Yeah, I'm curious I think the main thing I'm curious to hear from you is how the content is, since I know that recent Nintendo games, especially from Camelot with Mario Tennis, have been we are adding things over the course of months to make this a complete package instead of...
I would say this... I would say this feels like it's...
This feels more complete?
I mean, it's got a whole RPG in it, I think that...
Yeah, okay.
That helps out a lot.
But in terms of the standard modes, do you think it's pretty up to par,
I mean, it's
as they say?
It's golf. So... It's golf. So it has the three modes. It has standard-ass golf. It has the rush... It's got the rush mode, and then it's got this battle mode, which I still have to try. Which I think is just the rush mode, but with, like, items and stuff that you can use to, like, attack your enemies. And it also seems like it's on this, like... just this single area, so you're just like trying to get as many like balls in the holes as possible. So it's not like, oh, here's the tee, you're trying to get in there or whatever. It's like, hey, there's just a bunch of balls lying around and a bunch of holes. Go fucking nuts. Just whenever there's no more once you're out of balls, they tally up who got the most holes, and that's who wins. Like it looks insane. I do want to try that out. But the standard golf, it's good. It's good golf, and the rush mode is fine. So this seems like it is a solid golf game, and it definitely feels like it's not thin like Mario Tennis was. They did say that they are going to be adding more stuff. Like, I remember that was one of the things they had at E3. They were like, yeah, we're going to add like a new Donk City stage and some like new characters and all that. So I'm sure that'll happen. But it doesn't seem like they're going to be like, okay, now here's like 4 modes that should have been in the base game. I mean, maybe they'll add another mode or 2. I would not be opposed to that, but this feels like it's fine for a full game. This is if they said tomorrow, no, we're not going to add any more DLC, it seems like that'd be okay. No.
Okay. That's good to hear. Like I said, my only concern was because of how bad that Mario Tennis was, how bad that, ARMS was. I know that's not them, but similar games of that ilk that Nintendo, Splatoon even, I would say, like where they just update it over the course of months instead of Animal Crossing. That's the big one.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that. Let's run through this news here, because this is important news, but we're getting on here. So real quick, I just want to mention these 2 that are cool things, but are kind of short, so I'll just rush through them. We got the release date for Melty Blood Type Lumina, September 30th, baby. And I don't know if this is like the complete roster, but they showed like most of the roster. Yeah, I mean, it's just like the Tsugihime characters, like Arcued. We got CL. I hope I pronounced Arcued right, or else everyone's gonna cancel me.
Arcade?
Is Arcade? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be Arucado, but like Alucard.
It's fucked up. fucked up. Yeah, we got CL.
I read the VN.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
It's like a clam.
All right. We got Akiha, Sui, and Kohaku, and Shikitono. That is everybody who has been revealed. I don't know if there's any. There's going to be more? There probably will be more. There'll probably be DLC too. But that's that. They showed that. It's going to have rollback too, so that's good. There's that. And then there was the second quick one here. There was a leak or an ESRB rating, I guess we should say, in Australia for a Castlevania Advance collection. Which, if that is the case, then they're doing some kind of collection of the Castlevania GBA games, which, you know, Circle of the Moon is, like, okay, and Harmony of Dissonance is not anything, but fucking Aria of Sorrow, baby. Like, even if they're charging a full $60 for that, it's still cheaper than just buying a copy of Aria of Sorrow, so, I mean, you could always emulate it. Don't get it twisted. You could always emulate it. But still, Aria of Sorrow fucking rules.
Yep.
And I would love to play that on my Nintendo Switch. Do any of you have anything to say about that?
I just downloaded them all on my
cool.
Vita.
All right.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think I'm very much becoming more and more of a sicko who is like, man, just emulate all these games. Who cares? The original creators aren't getting anything out of it anymore.
I mean, yeah. I agree, but also I'm a sicko who likes to have a thing, so...
I know you are. So I was going to say, like, while I'm ideologically unaligned with you, at the same time,
I'm just gonna say real quick,
there are so many people.
I need to say real quick, the way that you said, I know you are, that I felt like you had your face turned side, you were like, no, you, like, John.
Don't, listen, maybe I did. Talking with my hands.
Like, all right, shut up. that was you, right?
No, it's fine. I get it. I get it. And the thing that I was going to say is that even if I disagree with it, it is undeniable. There is a large portion of society, like the type who are begging for a Mother 3 re-release, who are incompatible with this idea of emulation, this idea of... And these older games are out of their reach, right? Mm. They're inaccessible. They're without emulation stuff, which is very easy. I just want to let everyone know out there, it's very easy to emulate GBA games.
It is. It is very easy.
But even besides that, there are people, you know, who don't even know. And the fact that this is letting these good games go to these people, that's great. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Now they just need to announce that they're doing a DS collection, and then we can fucking talk.
How, though? That's so much work. That's too much work for Konami.
Yeah, I wouldn't...
Tell them to put it out on the Wii U.
Didn't they put those on the Wii U anyway? Aren't some of those...
Oh, they might
They did put out Aria of Sorrow on the Wii U.
Yeah, but the DS ones... I don't think so, actually, because there's only like 10 DS games on there.
Yeah.
Or like, there's like 20. There's like 30. I don't know, but...
My copy of Portrait of Ruin fucking broke. I'm so pissed.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know, maybe it's okay. It's just my fucking save file got erased, and it, like, doesn't show up on my 3DS as Portrait of Ruin. It just says, like, DS game. And then when I click on it...
Oh, that happened to me with the game once.
I don't know. I
just cleaned it. Did you clean it?
I cleaned it. It's still like that, so I don't know. Maybe
Wild World, that was what was like that for me, and then I cleaned it a bunch.
Well, maybe I'll figure something out. I just don't want to have to buy another copy of that game, because it's... I got it for a good price. I got it for like $30, and that shit's going for like $60 now. And I don't want to pay $60 for that shit. Like, I want to just get it fixed, or whatever, you know? Like, fuck. Anyway, alright. Anyway, let's do these last two news stories. So, stupid shit happened. Silent Hill.
Which one?
Yeah, Silent Hill, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my god, everyone is so thirsty for a new Silent Hill game. And...
Which is crazy to me, because all of the ones that have come out since 4 have been really bad.
Well, people still want them to do that, and what the next thing that Silent Hill fans have latched onto is an indie game called Abandoned by a developer called Blue Box Game Studios, which everyone seemed to think that it is secretly a Kojima Silent Hill game that everyone wants since Silent Hills got canceled. Which, I kind of understand why people got a little up in the tizzy for it, because it was kind of weird that this, like, random indie game studio that is, like, has, like, 10 people working there got, like, a 4K 60 FPS game running on PS5 when, like, a bunch of other, like, companies are having trouble doing that. And Sony, like, gave them a big platform out of nowhere. And they also have been, like, leaning into it really hard, which, like, it's free press, but also nobody's going to play your game now because it's not Silent Hill, and everyone's going to be pissed about it. So it probably isn't smart to be like, hey guys, what if we are making Silent Hill? Because the answer is going to just be no. And then everyone's going to say, okay, well then it's not Silent Hill, so who cares? Yeah, it's real weird. It's real weird. People are, like, doing what they usually do, where they're like, oh wow, here's a tweet from Kojima where he has the words Silent and Hill in it because he read a book called The Silent Wife, and then he read another book that was written by Joe Hill. Like, it's too much.
My favorite thing was the racist etymology stuff people were doing.
Yeah?
Where they were just saying, they put in the guy, the lead man for the project, Hassan, I think, I don't remember his last name, but they were like, if you translate
Did it start with a K?
What?
Did it start with a K?
Yeah. And they were like, if you put them into Google Translate and you get the etymology for the name, then it means the same thing as Hideo Kojima. And it's like, no, that's not how names work, man.
My name has the same meaning as another name. Therefore, there is no such thing as coincidence.
Yeah. I'm Catholic.
But yeah, they leaned into it a little too hard. Like, they were like, we're making something that starts with an S and ends with an L, and then it's like, no, they didn't. There was like,
Spachinko machine.
Yeah.
I think it's just like, I think part of that aspect of it comes from, again, these are second language English speakers who are mainly doing PR by themselves and doing a bunch of other stuff by themselves. That a lot of the fact that they have a history as a developer, failed Kickstarters, Steam early access games.
Yeah.
Like, these are people who very clearly, I think, are like, they're trying to get out there. They're trying to get places. This game itself is very much we bought assets on the Unity store. Mm-hmm. So, like, in and of itself, like, that's probably how they're able to run things at 4K.
Yeah. And
stuff, because they're just using pre-bought assets and no NPCs, it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disappointing showing all around, I think, really, from this whole thing. The guys had to make, like, multiple videos saying, I'm not Kojima.
Yeah.
I don't know who Kojima is. And all of the comments are like, when he says Kojima, he looks to the left. And it's like, holy shit, guys, please stop. Like,
when he is, oh god, it's been a while since I've done this. When he is staring in the camera and is saying that he is not Hideo Kojima, he is making sure to look at the left, and it seems like there is a strange being taking care of him.
Number 7, abandoned. Fucking, this sucks, okay? The main reason this sucks to me is I'm a big Silent Hill fucker, okay? I'm the fucking, like, I have a wall scroll of Silent Hill 3 somewhere. Anyways, I'm crazy. I'm crazy for Silent Hill. I love Silent Hill. I don't want any more Silent Hill. Everyone else I know who likes Silent Hill is like, yeah, no, we don't want any more Silent Hill. Did you see Homecoming? Did you see Downpour? Downpour wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good. It's just like, man, like, I don't know why you want this. There are people just lying online also and saying that, like, Konami shut down their games division. They're licensing it out. That's not true.
No.
Konami got back into games.
They've been making games.
Like, quite literally the opposite.
They've been releasing
they actually,
things.
There was a news story in February that was going around that was an incredibly bad Google translation from a Famitsu article that was talking about how Konami destroyed their oversight divisions because obviously they have not been doing well. Their health clubs obviously took a dive from COVID. Pachinko is getting banned everywhere in Japan. Or restrictions are being put on it heavily that like, they're like, okay, we need to go back into games. We have a bunch of legacy IPs. Mm-hmm. That's why you're getting Metal Slug Tactics. That's why you're getting all these other stuff. They destroyed the oversight committee specifically because their oversight committee was what was stopping them from making games. So it's literally like they are revving up. They were supposed to be at E3 for Christ's sake. Like, if they make a Silent Hill, it's going to be from either them or like some stupid Western developer. It's not going to be Kojima. I can tell you that much. It's not going to be Kojima.
Yeah, like Jeff Grubb and like all these other people that have been like, some of them have been like playing around with this like ARG, whatever the fuck shit with like, they were like, I don't know, maybe, but like fucking Jeff Grubb straight up said like, yeah, I know what Kojima's doing next. He's making like a game for Microsoft. Like he basically just straight up said that. Yeah. And people aren't listening to that.
There's been tons of rumors for that.
Yeah. People aren't listening to that. They're just like, it's gotta be this blue box thing. He's gotta be making Silent Hill. Like, no, Kojima probably just wants to be independent for the rest of his life. Like, that's what he's gonna do. Sony and Microsoft are gonna pass him back and forth forever. They're gonna keep giving him like millions and millions of dollars to make crazy weird shit because that's what people want and that's what Kojima wants. He just wants to make his stupid shit for the rest of his life, and that's what it's gonna be. He doesn't want to have to work for Konami again. He doesn't want to have to make Silent Hill or Metal Gear anymore. Like, he didn't want to make Metal Gear for like the last 3 or 4 Metal Gear games that he made. He wanted to be done with that, but Konami kept making him do that. Like, do you think he wants to just be the Silent Hill guy until he retires? Like, no, he wants to just do his own shit.
Like, I would just be, I think I said this, but like, I would be very disappointed in Kojima if he did.
Yeah.
Like, I would, like, not even just for those reasons, but from like a standpoint of Kojima left Konami because they were overworking him. They were overworking his employees that he took with him. Like, they were like shredding people's lives and he left because of that. And if he just goes, oh, but I'll give them like $1 million so I can do Silent Hill. It's like, fuck off. Like, that would just be so bankrupt in every conceivable sense.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, okay? Silent Hills was cool. It was a cool prospect, but like, guess what? Like, Kojima's made Death Stranding. Had a lot of ideas from Silent Hill in there. Silent Hills, rather. And he keeps saying he wants to make a horror game.
Yeah,
like,
if he makes,
he's probably gonna make one.
If he makes a horror game, like if that's gonna be the thing that he makes with Microsoft, like, there you go. It's gonna probably be what Silent Hills was gonna be.
It'll be what it was.
Like, he's still friends with, like, everyone is all like, oh, he's still buddies with Del Toro. He's still friends with Junji Ito. It's not like he'll probably work with them, Like, the Silent Hills is probably just gonna happen, but not called Silent Hills, and it's not gonna be on a Sony console, Like, you're gonna have to get it on PC or an Xbox, That's gonna probably be it. Yeah.
It was a very exhausting. Yeah. Lots of just a bad scene everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these people are just getting harassed now.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. And, it's suffice to say that ultimately, Kojima is going to be making the next Five Nights at Freddy's games.
That's true. Yeah. That's actually the horror game he's really excited about.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Because he's involved with the movie too, and he's a big movie guy.
Yeah, Foxy the Fox on the Fox engine is going to be like next level. And speaking of,
folks, Five Nights at Freddy's happened. The guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's is a piece of shit, and
could have told you that.
I'm shocked.
As someone who did not know that much about Five Nights at Freddy's, I had like some slight knowledge of the guy being right-wing. I didn't know too much about it, but I wasn't very surprised about all this. For those of you that don't know, I mean, again, I feel like this was something that was known if you had dug a bit, but it came to the general population's attention that Scott Cawthon, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, donates a shit ton of money to Republicans. Like, a lot of money to Mitch McConnell and Ben Carson and Trump and just a bunch of shitty people he donated a lot of money to. And he got called out about it, and he made a Reddit post basically trying to say, well, I like LGBTQ people even though I give a bunch of money to people that want to kill them. It's okay, guys. And then a little bit later, he went, all right, well, I'm retiring now. Which, he...
For family reasons.
Yeah, I fucking bet, you piece of shit. Whatever. He's said he's gonna give it to somebody else. And he's, still rich as fuck, because he made, 7 games that sold, a million things. And, fucking whatever, dude. I mean, he's never gonna hear this, but you're just a piece of garbage, and no matter how much money you've given to charity, all the money that you gave to Republicans is just, it cancels it all out, dude. You're a garbage person, you're a fucking moron, and, eat shit. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't know. There's not really much else to it.
Yeah. If you were someone that is... if you were someone or know someone that is grappling with this in terms of just the amount that they've taken away from communities related to Five Nights at Freddy's, I want to at least highlight the fact that the game itself is not the thing that you might be attached to. Rather, the game as an artifice for the ability to create community and to create understanding with people. If you're looking for a means to sort of fill that void, quote unquote, you're in luck because it's a horror series, and there are so many horror communities that will be accepting of you and that will take you in and that will give you legitimate nuance in a genre that is very much about understanding fear and recognizing how those fears are often social commentary and very much like a case of, is this something that is warrant for deeper discussion? And you will find a lot more out of that than the game where you get spooked when the big robot bear jumps out at you and stuffs you in a robot costume, I guess. You will find community. You will, the people, you will find community. And if you're hesitant to that, then hey, guess what? If you were actually here trying to defend one Scott Cawthon, you can jump into his gaping maw as well and enter the collective trash heap.
I want to meet the people when this happened. I just invented a guy in my head. I'm sorry. But I like this guy. This guy I invented in my head who got really upset when Scott Cawthon pivoted from Christian games to Five Nights at Freddy's. She's like, well, I'll keep playing them, but I hope the next one's the Book of Job. That's what I want. I
hope Freddy Fazbear is actually Leviticus, and I want to make sure that things are just going back to the proper Christian meaning, you know? And also slur.
Toy Chica is like Cain.
Luckily, all the saliva in Freddy Fazbear's gaping maw is holy water, so they are baptized before they are shredded. So they die a Christian. Yeah.
The purple man wears purple because Catholicism purple. Because he is celebrating Advent and Lent.
Oh my god!
And is reflecting on the sorrow and suffering.
Oh my god!
I
just realized purple guy, phone guy, PG, Pope George.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
The brother of Boy George.
Well, folks, this has been a long ass episode already. We haven't answered any questions though. Do you want to do maybe one or two, real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what's up.
If you want to send in a question, go to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. And let's see here. Anonymous asks, I bounced off of SMT4 after the first few encounters, but hearing that John is enjoying it is really making me consider giving it another go. Any tips for someone new to the SMT games besides stuff like buffs and debuffs are important? I feel like I gave a pretty good rundown there. Where, buffs and debuffs, all that. Yeah, definitely just walking in with that knowledge puts you ahead of the curve. But I would say find a guide. Try to find a better guide than the one that I used, because I'm just using the IGN guide and that shit is kind of bad. If there is a guide that like explicitly tells you how to get to places, cherish that. And also send it to me because I'm not done with the game. I could probably use it. And I would also say, yeah, I also got really hung up on the first few encounters. You just need to, it sucks. It really does, but you do need to just buckle down and get through that. You need to, what I would say is just save right before you go into like that first dungeon area. Go down there and try to just negotiate with demons like for a while. As soon as you get a full party, like as soon as it's you and 3 demons, you should be fine. But like, if you just fuck up demon negotiations and they kill you, just reset. Like just do that. If you just get 3 demon negotiations like cleared in a row, you'll be fine after that. Like that's basically just what you need to do. It definitely sucks because your guy, your samurai, your Flynn, fucking blows ass at the start of that game. You will get your butt destroyed. But definitely that is what I would say. Just do that, and also just play on easy. Like just play it on easy. It becomes a normal RPG when you play it on easy. It becomes normal. It's okay if you play it on easy. I'm playing it on normal just because I kind of like the challenge. But if you just want to go through it, just play it on easy. I think you have to die a few times to unlock easy, but like, who cares? It's fine. Just do it. Do you have any tips, Rose or Maverick?
Fuse as soon as possible.
Yeah, that is also true. Don't get hung up on. Don't love any of your demons. Get rid of them as soon as you level up. Get rid of all the ones that you have. Just fuse.
Except Black Frost.
Rose, get rid of them.
There's not actually a reason for that. I just love Black Frost. I'm sorry.
I like a lot of these demons, but you got to get rid of them. You just got to.
Yeah, no, you got to get rid of them.
You need to play through this game cynically. You need to look at these.
But
yes,
Black Frost is really strong.
Black Frost is really strong. But again, you have to be really cynical in this game. You have to just go in there and be like, yeah, you are my pawns, and I'm going to use you to my end. That is 100% what you have to think like. So
it's like an army instead of Pokemon, right? You're making an army.
Yeah.
And swapping out your guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and this ain't Advance Wars army. This is I don't care. As long as I live, that's all that matters. Like, die for me. Exactly. That is what SMT is. Is there anything else?
No, I think that's about it. Just don't get too down on yourself if you lose. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes it's just like that. It is
hard.
Sometimes it really is just like that. Even on the bosses, like, if the bosses just ice you, like, it's fine. Just give it another whirl.
Yeah. Real tip. Fucking get a bunch of
DLC items.
Get a bunch of play coins.
No.
Get
the play coin.
Don't buy the DLC, but look into it. Figure out to get the DLC. Maybe there's a way to do it. And use those. But also, get a bunch of play coins because that way you could just use play coins to fucking level your shit up.
I forgot you could do that in that game.
Yeah, or to bring yourself back to life. Yeah, which is just extremely funny seeing like an SMT ass motherfucker like say, "You can give me play coins instead of Maka to bring you back to life." Like I'm like, all right, bro.
It's that's what that Half-Life VR was what it was all about.
Yeah,
same game.
Mm-hmm.
Wheels sent in a question. Hello, Wheels. Wheels asks, which team of 3 SciTube regulars / other YouTubers would be best equipped to kill Chaos? This is a very important question. Which 3 icons of the SciTube, of the horrible individuals that we watch, which 3 could kill Chaos?
LA Beast, Badlands Chug, and then I don't know anyone else.
Yeah.
Piss guy would die instantly. The guy who pisses, the pissing challenge, that guy would die instantly.
Absolutely.
He would lose.
Yeah, Badlands and LA Beast, that is like easy lock-ins. Like I can...
They don't even need a third.
Yeah.
They could just do it.
Like I can...
The shitty little chef from Chef Club.
God, I can just so clearly in my mind hear LA Beast being like, I'm here to kill Chaos! Hear it. I'm just imagining like like Chaos like shooting some kind of like beam attack, and Badlands just runs up and just like opens his mouth and absorbs it fully, like just chugs it down. And then he unleashes a monster burp to reverberate it back, to like send it back to Adam. Fuck yeah, you don't need anyone else. Like it would just be Badlands and LA Beast, because like LA Beast is a tank. Like he he'd get his ass beat, but he'd just get right back up. You know, he would be able to take whatever. And then like Badlands is like a fucking super powerful, like, I don't know if there's like a combination like white mage, dark, like black mage thing where like he definitely
red mage.
Okay, he'd be a red mage, because I can see in my mind like him like casting spells and stuff, but I can also see him like doing healing attacks and stuff. And
okay, wait. Positing thing for you.
Okay.
Kina from FF9 is a blue mage, but they get their blue mage stuff through eating food, different food, and drinking different things.
So Badlands would have different things. He would chug different sodas and then gain powers.
Yeah.
Yes.
He would chug his potions.
Fuck. That's so good.
Not a character to kill Chaos, but I would like a mod in either Strive or the actual FF Origins. That is like the barbecue pit boy guy, and whenever you do like a solid combo, he just goes like, "That's good," and just like we're eating tonight, Martha. Whenever you just pull off a successful like cancel or parry.
Yeah, I think the pit boy. I don't know if the pit boy would be like in the party. I would see the pit boys as like a shopkeeper. You know, like you would buy your food because yeah, I think it should just be like all the food. I guess the third party member would have to be Review Bra if we're getting to these things. I could see Review Bra as like a thief.
He's guiding them all.
He's
keeping them on track.
He's like a wise sage or something. Like, is that what you're saying for Review Bra?
He's like the Moogle.
Okay, so
and like not in this game, but like I'm saying, like he's like the guide character, the mascot character.
He's just like a fucking creature.
It's running on empty, Kupo.
I know, that's why I'm laughing.
You just the Tales of Skit system pops up, and it's those three, and then at the bottom he's just saying some shit that's like, "Do you know what if you got?" There's an onion ring, a tower of onion rings. In the middle, there's just a bunch of mayonnaise. It's like,
holy shit! Yeah, that is 100% the case. Yeah, like it would be like it would just be Badlands and LA Beast like fighting, but Review Bra would just hang back as like the mascot character. Like, he'd be like, oh my word, these two gentlemen are going to take down
Good
Chaos.
heavens.
Yeah.
Get the fucking get the Emery guy in there somehow.
He'd be
he's the guy they go back to at the town that makes some stuff.
Yeah. I was
This sucks, man.
I'm just like in my again, I've been playing so much SMT4, like I can just so very clearly see the Pip Boys like running a store with the fucking black market theme playing.
Oh my
what do you
god!
buy? Come back with more maca.
You got to come back with more maca. That's what it's all about.
Use your God-given tools, your hands, to get and fight those demons.
Now this is the part where the Cathedral of Demons master fuses the demons, and you gotta look on.
This is
because you can't do nothing about it.
Samurai privilege. Oh god,
so stupid! Oh my god, my brain is leaving my ears.
Fucking gone now.
We are a good podcast.
The podcast is fucking bad. Don't touch that mouse. Video Game Choo Choo podcast is back.
We're fucking back. Oh man, we needed this. We needed this.
You said you had a problem with you. We weren't able to. You were like, you fell out of it. What are you talking
I'm back
about?
in the saddle. That's it. We'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Rose. I don't think we could do anything else after that. Thank you so much for listening, folks, even after that. Of course, if you want to continue to keep up with us, we have our Twitter at VGChooChoo, we have our Tumblr, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com, Facebook page, got our YouTube channel. You just look up Video Game Choo Choo on YouTube, it's there. We have our Twitch page, which, we haven't used since E3, but maybe, we'll figure something out. Twitch.tv/VGChooChoo. We have our Patreon, patreon.com/VGCC, where you can give us just $3 a month to support us. We use that money on stuff. I use that to buy Mario Golf. We're probably going to use that for other stuff in the future. But if you want exclusive content, we got our podcasts a whole week early, and then also we have those PDFs on there, which those do become public later, but we just keep them on the Patreon because I don't know where else to put them. So if you want, LV did that write-up for the fucking Chunibyo show, and Solon has been doing the big notes, like the note dumps. I think he's gonna have another one of those when he finishes his World's End Club review. Lots of stuff. So, just $3 a month, you get some extra bonus content, and we get to use that money to do stuff for the site. So, it helps us out a lot. And then if you can't, just spread the word, link people our show, link people the site. It helps more than you think. If you want to hang out with us, you can go to thegamezone.zone. You type that into your web browser, and I guess apparently you have to make sure that it's just HTTP and not HTTPS, because if you do the S, it breaks the link. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to figure that out, but just type that into your web browser and it'll bring you to our Discord server. You can hang out with us. We can talk about dumb shit, and it's great. It's always a good time. And thank you, of course, to Melt Channel /Magic Circuit for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. It's all there for you. There you go. And, where can we find you, Maverick?
You can find me on Twitter mainly at MavSplaniaMania. That's at MavSplaniaMania. I post infrequently right now because, again, trying to figure out stuff in general. But once I'm back in a groove of things, I'll probably be posting more. I did some stuff on the World Ends With You demo, and yeah, just to keep on that post and grind,
How about you, Rose?
Normal Twitter over at HornGal. And my VTuber stuff over at Curry Draco. Curry like the food, Draco like the dragon type thing. I'm still infrequently VTubing due to my ailments, but when I do it, it's fun. Started playing Hollow Knight on there. I've played Hollow Knight before, but big fan of Hollow Knight. And I'm going to try Super Metroid soon. Never played that, and Metroid Dread's got me in the mood, So, yeah,
all
excited.
Right. You can follow me at JOHN_MICHONSKI. And that's all I got. I don't got anything else. That'll do it for this week. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. We're back! Chugga chugga!